Hi everyone, I'm Meteorologist Ryan Hoke with the Saturday edition of the Hokey video blog. Thank you so much for joining us here. Got some patchy fog in southern Indiana this morning, so be careful if you're out and about because we've got those temperatures so low and they're close to the dew point. We've got a lot of moisture in the atmosphere that helps feed into that. The fog should mix out over the next couple of hours, and then we'll just be left with the cloudy skies and a few showers to contend with. We'll talk about that here in a second. Let's get first to today's new and improved Hokey weather fact. We're talking about those outdoor digital sign thermometers, the ones you see outside of banks and shopping centers. The problem with these is that they are often inaccurate for a variety of reasons. One of them is that they're over these asphalt parking lots, and the asphalt heats up very efficiently, way more than the air temperature does. So when you get the asphalt near these signs, that heats them up too. So you get temperatures that are often higher than the actual temperature. On the reverse side of that, you can get very cold temperatures, colder than the actual, or even warmer in this case too, because they're not calibrated. A lot of these thermometers really aren't touched after they're installed, so that's why they seem to be off quite a bit from the actual temperature. This goes for your car thermometer too, especially with the asphalt thing. When you're driving along the interstate and you see a really hot temperature on your car thermometer, that's probably why you get all that hot asphalt underneath your car and it heats it up. All right, on our SkyTrack network of cameras this morning, you see it there from Waterfront Park. The clouds are set in pretty well. Corridon's even showing just a little bit of fog there in the distance, along with those overcast skies. You see folks out and about there for Forecastle, making sure everything's kept up for the morning before things start by 1 o'clock this afternoon. And you see some cloud cover, maybe a little fog in the distance there as well in Starlight, Indiana. That was a lot thicker earlier, so where the fog is already beginning. Radar, you will see that we do have a few of these showers beginning to move into southern portions of the area, into Hart, Greene counties, even down toward Adair at this point. A few heavier showers embedded with this as well, probably just more than drip drops at this point. That's what we've been seeing really over the last couple of days, is just very light rain, and that's what we're going to continue to see today. But we do have a little fly in that ointment, because if you notice down here near Nashville, do have some heavier showers, and I do think that could be a player for areas of Adair County into Taylor County, Greene County, even to Marion, Washington. This is going to be moving very slowly northeastward into our southeastern counties as we move throughout the mid to late morning. So that'll be affecting you guys. Here in Metro Louisville, I think there's a good chance we stay dry throughout a good portion of the day and that we don't see any rain at all. But we do have the shower chance in here because we could have some pop-ups as we go throughout the afternoon. So don't expect a completely dry day, but that certainly will be possible as we head throughout the afternoon. A wider view shows you we've got that area of low pressure down toward Alabama. These showers and some of these thunderstorms, you see a few lightning strikes in there just northeast of Nashville heading up toward I-40. Those are certainly going to be a possibility as they move into the southeastern reaches of our area, at least a couple rumbles of thunder. This area of low pressure, it's going to move slowly eastward over the coming days, and that eventually will get the shower and thunderstorm chance out of our area. Notice the 50s in Jasper, Paoli, and Salem at this hour. Temperatures in the 60s elsewhere. And the dew point, it's a lot higher to the south and the west, where we've got an increasing plume of moisture down here, just moving on into the region where we've got these dew points out here in southern Indiana in the 50s. That's where the rain is not going to be as likely this afternoon because it is just a bit drier there. Let's take you through Futurecast. Notice by 12:30, a few of these showers here and there. This is actually brand new data that just came in. Not as heavy as before, and I think that's a good call based on what we're seeing on the radar trends. By 7 o'clock, couple showers left over, not a big chance. And look, Louisville really does miss most of this action today. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if we stayed completely dry. We hold on to a very small shower chance as we go throughout the overnight hours into your early Sunday. Temperatures drop into the 60s. With the influence of the system still nearby, I think we see a few pop-up isolated storms on your Sunday. But for today, if you're heading out to Forecastle, we'll be getting up to around 76 by 6 o'clock. Notice how that rain chance drops from 1 o'clock at 20% down to 10% by 6 and 11. Pretty small chance there. I think you might be able to get away with not bringing a poncho out there. Of course, you cannot bring umbrellas to this event. Just wanted to remind you of that if you've got day tickets or maybe weekend passes. Low pressure moves slowly eastward as we go throughout the coming days. By 4:30 on Sunday, few isolated showers, maybe a storm or two, will be forming, especially to the south and east under the influence of that area of low pressure. And really, I think the instability is going to play a factor in tomorrow and getting some more rumbles of thunder in this. Today, not so much. Tomorrow, more so. And after we get that out of here on your Sunday, I think we dry out. In fact, this big trough of low pressure over us now bringing us the cool conditions will turn a little more zonal in flow as the jet kind of moves northward and we get some of the hot weather out to the west that tries to creep in eastward. It's not entirely clear at this point just how hot it will get. I certainly think we'll break 90 degrees, maybe up to 92 by Wednesday. But if things are drier than expected, then we could get into the mid-90s, as some of the computer data is suggesting at the moment. That would be certainly some of the warmer temperatures that we've had so far this year. High temperature trend over the next several days puts us back into the 80s tomorrow, 90s by Monday, and we're into the middle 90s as we head throughout your Tuesday and your Wednesday. But that's not going to last for long. We've got another shower and storm chance Wednesday night into early Thursday. That's going to bring temperatures back down into the 80s. So unseasonably cool weather once again on the docket as we go toward the end of the work week. We cannot get a persistent southeast ridge of high pressure to build in. The fact that we don't have that means that we're not going to be having these long periods of hot and dry weather with the mugginess. That's just not going to happen with the pattern we're in now. We're getting these glancing blows from cold fronts, and in this case, we got a pretty good shot of cool air in here. And I think as we go into portions of late next week, that could be the case as well, just not as cool as we've seen. So don't expect the hot weather to stick around for very long anytime soon. Of course, we'll be keeping an eye on that long-range pattern over the next couple months because, folks, guess what? Kids go back to school in about a month. It's July 19th. Summer, the days are becoming numbered a bit, but we still have pretty good stretch of time before we officially turn that calendar over to the fall season. All right, so we go throughout the evening. You'll want to stay with Andy Weingarten here on Wave 3 News at 6 and 11. I'll be back here on Wave 3 News Sunrise tomorrow at 5 a.m. Of course, you can download the Wave 3 News weather app at any time to track some of those showers we'll have this afternoon. Otherwise, have a great Saturday. I'm meteorologist Ryan Hoke.